All right, we do have the exhibition game ready, and we are now jumping into Champion Select. So we do have, this is going to be Kinderspiel, yours truly Kinderspiel, and I'm still here with Brown and Autumn.
Hello, hello.
And on blue side, we do have the full team of Martin Cabello, the fan club. But on the red side, it's just filling in for Cool Lux Clan. It's a bunch of randos, and it should be a good time. See, another Caitlyn ban. Seen Caitlyn bans in almost all these games. Pick her ban. Along with Tyson.
Yeah, Caitlyn and Kaiser have been picked ban this time so far.
Xayah ban? We haven't seen a Xayah yet. I feel like Xayah's a pretty high priority pick. At least in my opinion, at least in the bot lane. Xayah, Kaiser.
She's like she's like the safer version of like Caitlyn. I mean, I would say of Caitlyn and Kaiser, because she has her ultimate, which is I'm just gonna walk away from.
Another Aphelios ban.
Really interesting bans here we got.
With the Soraka ban. First pick Yuumi.
You don't really see Yuumi like much.
I'm pretty sure we have not seen her yet in the ALS.
I would not.
I'd be interesting stat to track would be number of individual champions played and like number of times picked or played. I don't know if we can do that, but it'd be pretty cool.
Really, we'd have to do that manually. But
yeah, manually, but
that's a lot of work.
True.
That's not for the casters to do, that's for the analysts to do. But the Thresh is being picked up by the exhibition team.
Team Exhibition. What should we call them? Team Exhibition? What do you think?
I think Team Exhibition is the move.
Alright, Team Exhibition. Team Exhibition versus Team Martin Cabello.
Yep. You got Jin.
President is set.
Jin Thresh on the Team Exhibition, and Wukong Nasus Yuumi on the Martin Cabello.
Wukong is honestly a champion that you almost never see anymore, which is funny because he used to be played all the time back in prior seasons.
It's just
Wukong made myself back in the day,
and he's one of those champions that I had always felt like if you were good at him, like you could climb, you could do really well with it, no matter what, because he was just like that good of a champion to like solo carry games with.
You still think
being
that?
able to 1v9, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely still a solid champion, but I feel like what really happened was with some jungle changes a couple seasons ago, it really kind of like killed his possibilities in the jungle. His clear was just way too weak. And
yeah, that's like the main issue with him currently. But like after you get past his like first clear, or the first or even second clear, depending on how that first clear went, he usually picks up a lot after that.
Cowardice.
you don't see many top Wukongs. I haven't seen a Wukong in a solo queue game in I don't even know how long. Months. I don't know if that's a statistical anomaly, but
ignorant thrall.
there's that Diana ban that we seem to
People
disagree
really
on.
don't like that champion. I don't understand.
Mordecai just gets put through though. The thing with me and Diana is that all the solo queue games that I've been in with her, she's just able to like 1v9. So like I don't know.
I don't know why she's able to 1v9 your games when she's easily contained.
Easily contained.
Like, if you don't feed her, she doesn't do anything. I don't understand. But the Tryndamere and Lucian on the side of Martin Cabello. So they're really looking at Ness jungle question. But they are an all AD comp, so this is real interesting into Mordekaiser, Thresh, and Amumu.
True, that could prove very troublesome once some armor is stacked.
Lucian probably going to opt for or he probably should build for or opt for an armor pen build this
Bork,
game.
Last Whisper.
Bork Black Cleaver even, bringing that build back out. Because they are going to stack armor. I'm not going to say that. They should stack armor.
Should.
Because their only AP is Yumi, and Yumi's not enough of a champion to 1v9 with her damage. Yeah.
You can go ahead.
I was going to say I can't see Martin Cabello having an easy time in this game because all of the champions on the exhibition team on Team Exhibition is either difficult to kill or pretty slippery or well protected. Like Thresh is going to probably sit on Jin, and Amumu is going to be able to just easily get in to these team fights. So I think it's going to come down to how well the Wukong Yumi combo plays out, where Yumi is able to attach to Wukong while he's invisible and just jump onto Jin or Ari and blow them up.
So interesting aspect of these team fights would be also the additional appeal for the carries of Mordekaiser just being one of the people who's diving the back line. And once that happens...
And Mordekaiser is just one of those champions where it's like, you either focus him or he runs through your team.
Yeah. So on top of all the appeal that the carries have between Amumu and Thresh, someone gets through there, still could just ult them with Mordekaiser and get them out of the way.
Exactly. You also can't rule out the Mordekaiser ultimate either. Let's say, for example, Wukong jumps to the backline, for example, and Mordekaiser standing next to him. Mordekaiser just presses R on Wukong, and that's not going to be a fun time for Wukong. Same thing with Tryndamere. Although the Tryndamere...
I feel like late game Tryndamere could burn through if he has full fury, he could probably burn through a...
Wait a minute.
Mordekaiser.
Wait a minute. What is happening on Martin Cabello? Are you seeing what I'm seeing in terms of summer spells? Is that Lucian top?
I do see that.
Is that Lucian top?
Lucian top?
With TP? I don't know.
It could just be Lucian bot with TP. That's probably what's happening.
I don't know. I would still opt for
it is an exhibition game. It could be like Yumi Tryndamere bot or something.
That's what I was thinking.
Wukong mid? Who's mid?
Probably
This
Wukong.
is something that completely went over my head, honestly.
I didn't even think about this until about a minute ago. I was like, wait, yeah. It's completely possible that they're not going with these non-traditional roles. But I'm pretty sure it's Wukong Yumi bot.
Shadow Jumper says it's Wu Yumi bot.
That's what I was thinking. It's a Wukong Yumi bot with Tryndamere mid, possibly, or Lucian mid, Tryndamere top.
It's good as guess as any I have.
That's my guess. What do you got?
Honestly, I have no idea. It could be. It could definitely see that, but it could be just like a troll comp and see what they whip out here.
I mean, it looks like a troll comp to me.
But hey, sometimes the troll comps work, man.
They do. They do. I've lost to plenty of troll comps in solo queue. Remember when Garen Yumi bot?
Garen Yumi. Yeah, I was just thinking of that. God, that was cancer.
I mean, I found no problem with it because I was playing Leona at the time, so I was like, I have no problem just stepping on Garen's face and eating that damage for free. Especially if I was running with Leona Caitlyn, something ridiculous like that.
Don't notice any interesting keystones.
The electrocuting Mumu?
Electrocuting Mumu, true. With secondary resolve, but...
That's really weird. If you're going to go electrocute, you might as well go all out with this, with probably sorcery or precision. At least that's the way I look at it. But I think not having Inspiration second on Tryndamere is really interesting.
Go off on a little side tangent real quick. What do you think of the retiring Twisted Tree line?
That kind of saddens me a little bit. It's what I used to level all my alts with, 1, and 2, I thought the game mode just needed some love. I don't think it needed disregarded entirely. I thought it was a good competitive game mode, or good game mode that could have been competitive, but it was just like they didn't put enough love into the mode to make it popular. Like it was this other mode that came out alongside Summoner's Rift, so I can't see getting rid of a classic like an entire classic map like that could be beneficial, because now everyone can really only play Summoner's Rift or only play TFT, like, or ARAMs or something. I'm like, I don't really.
Yeah, it'd be like if they got rid of ARAM, except ARAM's obviously more popular, but
yeah, I can't see that being as a good idea.
Yeah, I was sad to see it go for sure. Although the icon's pretty cool.
I got the icon. It was the same thing when they got rid of Crystal Scar.
Was they getting the icon for that too?
I don't think I have the icon for that, but
I never played that shit.
It was a lot. It was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have Tryndamere top on mid, and it is Lucian bot. So they did go a little more standard, so it's not a cheese conflict in that way.
Just took the TP Lucian. So can Yuumi TP with somebody?
No, they nerfed that.
Alright.
Yuumi can no longer teleport with somebody.
That would be pretty broken.
That was the way it used to be. Like, it literally used to be, like, if you took TP on your AD carry, Yuumi would come with you. But that isn't a thing anymore.
Neither team opting for level 1 invade. No deep wards obtained.
Kind of.
Tryndamere is starting blue.
Tryndamere.
Oh, it's
That's jungle.
Susan jungle.
That would drive me insane, taking all the autos from blue buff.
Oh, Tryndamere, yeah.
They do have the ward to spot out a move at his blue buff.
Looks like Thresh and Jim were trying to do a cheese in the tri-bush there, but
ended up losing out anyway for not picking up the 3CS.
Because it would let Team Exhibition know that Susan did start on his blue side.
Tryndamere not a care in the world, getting first blooded by Max Jax's Mordekaiser.
And he's going to deny that huge wave, so he does not have TP. It's going to be a huge deficit to try to come back in this lane, although we do have Death Griffin coming in for a gank bot lane. So,
looks like nothing's going to come out of that.
So I highly doubt Death Griffin took advantage at level 2. So the gank probably, none of these ganks would probably be, unless he was trying to get a quick gank off. Could take level 2 bandage.
It looks as though Troll is
Charm lands onto Wukong, which Blades looks like he will tick down to that ignite. Quick 2 kills.
Slowly it's being built up by the Expedition team.
I personally have not seen a Nasus jungle. How about you?
I've seen it a couple times. It's not very good. It's very easy to invade and abuse, which is why I don't see it often. But it's not to rule it out.
Death Griffin now does have that level 3 and keeping the eye on I Am Mini Pod in his top lane. I really put this Tryndamere behind. As his flash is down, I do not see a world in which he gets out.
He's gonna go down there.
Oh my goodness.
Both flashes burn from Chromax and Death Griffin.
So that was not a second kill going over to Chromax in the top lane. Kills are evenly spread out at the time.
Despite missing that huge wave, Chromax Jax and Mordekaiser was still about even in CS, despite making this almost a double wave.
A pretty big wave is piling up for Minipod to be able to cash in here. We'll be back in time for that. Dominant saying clearing the Scuttle bot lane. Could look for a gank bot, but his part is actually not looking too bad after clearing that
Saddam
Scuttle.
is actually coming into bot lane.
Oh, the Yuumi slowed his
The Wither
barely.
is down, but Lantern is going to come out. Oh, the flash before the Lantern is even out, and he escapes with the Lantern. But the flash was burned from Jhin. A little preemptive in my taste, but better safe than sorry, I say.
Better safe than sorry, exactly.
Chindemer looks like he's struggling a little bit up here.
I'm not sure if Martin Cabello knew where Death Griffin was, but they could have potentially looked to take that Drake after getting the flash from Baguchi in the bot lane. See which Blade's getting some vision inside Team Exhibition's jungle there.
Not very deep, but it's there. That might have spotted Emu, I don't believe it did. But Misfits and Troll are starting to push in Bingush and Moon from Exhibition.
Not too big of CS discrepancies in any lane really, except for the top lane, but it's kind of to be expected considering how Chromax Jax has been playing on this Mordekaiser up here, along with the assistance from Death Griffin.
Well, Death Griffin is on the bot side of the map alongside Weiss, who is also headed down. I don't think Misfits sees them, but they're going to back off anyway. Probably has some gold to cash in. Definitely has some gold to cash in. Has 16. He's sitting on 1600. Almost 7. So he's going to come back with his Cutlass and his 2 daggers, I believe. No, just 1. Oh, not even a dagger. Oh yeah, I forgot they increased the cost of the Cutlass. I think it's 1600 now.
Death Griffin using Scryer's Bloom on this Mountain Drake, sees that there's no vision on it.
He might go for this, knowing that that Martin Cabello's bot lane back, or he might just go for some vision. He's definitely scouting out to see if he runs into Saddam. Doesn't look like he is.
Getting pretty deep here inside the red side of Martin Cabello's jungle. I don't believe they spotted Susan out. Or Nasus out on the top side of this map, but maybe they spotted him on the in mid lane there.
I can't see this game going well against Mordekaiser right here.
Minipod does have ult on Cinnamon.
Whether he has it or not, it doesn't matter.
Mordekaiser will come out here.
That was what I was more concerned about.
And that is a big shield too on Chromax Jack. One thing that people don't always remember about is the huge shield that's going to pop out of nowhere on
Chromax was actually able to just double kill them. Seems like a little miscalculation on the side of Martin Cabello's top jungle, but
I'll give him 20 CS advantage and 3 kills in that top lane.
Mordekaiser is going to be an insane problem in this game for Martin Cabello.
Team Exhibition now looking to rotate some players over to take this Mountain Drag. Death Griffin is not in the area. It doesn't appear
Saddam
that...
is, so if he does spot the mountain, there is a possibility of him flashing or taking the blast gun into the pit to steal that.
We may smell something's fishy
There it
going
is.
on here. Oh!
He blast
they
gun
did
and flashed out.
I did not see the vision they had there.
I didn't see that either, but I knew he was going to take the blast cone in, or at least put down Vision on his way over.
So it does get the steal.
We don't know the significance of that dragon.
And he gets out with his life, too. Oh,
Gets
he
out with his
flashed.
life
He did
and
have the
level
flash shot.
Yep.
He had that complete perfect timing on that blast cone. Everything just worked out perfect. Just pop right over and says, "That's mine." Pops right out. Misfits and trolling push
another
in the
solo
spot
kill.
lane. Oh my goodness. Chromax Jack is really just popping off at this point. The score is now 0-7, up 3,000 gold. Just crossing the 10-minute mark. Troll the Noob is looking at this bot lane, trying to get this lead extended even further.
Will the bandage toss land? The Deadly Flourish does not land, and Misfits opt for that. The Death Sentence lands, and so does the bandage toss, so Misfits will be going down along with Troll Control. But the kill did go over to Deathbird rather than Red Bushes. Jen.
Ray going in the mid lane here, which is taking some heavy damage, but looks like he'll be fine. So one thing about Nami is that as annoying as she is, when somebody alive won't kill that target.
You mean
That
Yumi?
feels so good. Yumi, yeah. What did I say?
Nami.
Nami, yeah, Yumi.
Nami and Yumi sound similar.
Nami, Yumi, close enough, right? Wrong.
It seems as though Moon is opting for possibly look for the Aegis first rather than Glacial Shroud. If we going for a Zeke's Herald, a Harbinger, whatever it's called.
Nos is just swings one Q with that skull. Some massive damage trying to come out from his cane. So Dom will be coming online here very shortly.
I think it'll take a little bit before that. He's getting there with the stacks though. Has 222 currently. Which is about
Keep
on
on
point
pace
lane.
with that.
Because the goal is to have 400 stacks by 20 minutes. That's like ideal. In an ideal world, you have 400 to 500 by the 20-minute mark.
Still no kills on the side of Martin Cabello in this one. See how they try to get on the board here. Looks like Team Exhibition might be eyeing this Herald. Use the huge power from Chroma Jack to take down that objective. Zero contest. If they wanted, you would imagine. Looks to secure another kill on the Iron Minipod here. Mistimes the Q just barely, and he will escape with his life.
This is Saddam is coming back in for Chromax, being down, despite being down 3 levels. Almost picking up Chromax.
Yeah, Nasus is actually starting to be a relevant champion at this point, which is good. Definitely they're going to need it at this point if they want to be able to get back in this game.
I think the craziest part about that, about the fight between Chromax and Saddam just now, was the fact that if Saddam had shared the Mordekaiser Q with any of the minions there, he would have won. Because he took the bonus damage, because Mordekaiser's Q does bonus damage if it hits only one target. And the bonus damage is what decided that fight there.
Definitely well played by Chroma Jax.
But still.
Still the perfect game, kill-wise at least, being played by Team Exhibition here. As both neutral objectives are up, you would imagine they would turn their heads towards at least one of them.
Where do you think Amumu, Death Griffin's Amumu might be headed after this blue buff now that the dragon's back up?
I think he's definitely going to try to get some control of his dragon pit, especially considering Martin Cabello stole the first one there. Definitely going to start stacking up these dragons here. Don't want to end up getting that soul. Death Griffin maybe getting caught out here.
The Yuumi ultimate goes out. Oh my
He's
god.
trying to flex his power spike here a little bit. Looks like he...
Saddam is just like, I do not care. I will eat this damage and give it right back. What? The Goosh is used throwing out the curtain call. Does not seem to pick anybody up though.
Waste is heading down and it's now a 4v3 and Saddam ultimate is on cooldown at this point. Oh, it's 4v4. Saddam does not have ultimate.
That is another dragon going to Martin Cabello and their first kill of the game.
I'm not sure if Death Griffin wasn't... Oh, Misfit's looking to pick up another kill here on Bengucci.
Doesn't seem like he'll find it.
Yeah, Death Griffin's cooldown on the Amumu, which is barely not ready yet. I'm not sure when he went in there he thought it was up or not, but could be a potential miscalculation.
Like, calculations cost him to kill.
And the perfect game, as they now have, as you pointed out, their first kill. Gold lead still stagnating around 5,000. And they still have no dragons in their name. Team Exhibition.
Those dragons are really going to come back to hurt them.
And really, the second one especially was really theirs for the taking for at least a significant amount of time. They could have set up vision control around that and taken it.
But Team Exhibition is going to answer with 2 turrets. So now all of the first tier turrets have been pushed down, knocked over, and destroyed.
Minipod is attempting to get some damage on this top turret and crash this wave, but he has a surprise coming for him up through the river.
Chromax looks like he really wants to fight that.
There is a big mini wave there. I'm not sure if Chromax is going to care. Ooh!
Flash is being burned. The Ryle is a very powerful item on the Mordekaiser that makes sure that he sticks in his champions.
On bot side there is some dancing around going here as the bandage toss does land on the Wukong as he will surely fall.
Lumi ultimate will cause Moon to go down here.
And Yuumi on the top is really tough to take down. Looks like they will manage it.
As they time him out, but it looks like Death Griffin will be going down here as well. And Reese looking to see if they can pick up anything. But it seems as though Tryndamere, Minipod's Tryndamere, will pick up Shin's shutdown and almost, wait, might still pick up this.
Gets the flash and should surely get Wise as well.
Although Yuumi did pick up that shutdown over Tryndamere.
There's 3 dead. They could turn... Martin Cabello could turn their heads towards this Herald, although Chroma Jax is back and in the area.
And it's funny because like Tryndamere's been a champion that I've actually picked up recently.
So you're a Riven and a Tryndamere player, huh?
Wait a minute, relax, relax. It's not even like that. I just picked up Tryndamere probably like a week ago.
I'll still hold you on the Riven one.
Okay, Rippen's a fantastic champ. The hook lands onto Witchblades, but it doesn't seem like they capitalize on that. The ultimate coming off from Witchblades. Obliteration drop from Chromax, but nothing else seems to be going out. Death Sentence does not connect to Misfits as he was looking for.
Saddam is looking for that flank, but decides not to. rejoin his team, as Minipod is looking to split on this top lane. Mark Cabello really needs to be careful here not to get baited into a 4v5, especially being down so much gold. They should just let Minipod get that damage down on that top turret.
The Team Exhibition is pushing up to this mid tower without Nasus, without Saddam's Nasus to help defend it. The culling comes out from Misfits, and it looks like Death Grip is going to get caught out from trying to head to the side, and so will he. Yumiel causing a lot of mayhem.
Most of Team Exhibition there.
And Chromax looks like he's going to go down as well.
Oh my goodness, they actually managed to win that 4v5 there. It was bad positioning on the side of Team Exhibition. And Minipod is still just pushing away in this top lane.
This is exactly what Martin Cabello wanted. They wanted to allow the Trinity to get a lot of time to split push, and now he has the space to do so. So now the question is, how will they start responding to Trinity because he has 2,000 gold and will be spending it on this next back, and most likely if he doesn't pick up the Tiamat, it will diminish his wave clear, but he still will be able to push down waves relatively quickly.
And the third dragon has just spawned in. It looks like Martin Cabello wasn't quite ready to burst it down, and Team Exhibition is responding to it as well. This would be the third dragon for Martin Cabello if they could take it here.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Death Griffin is topside at his Krugs, so it will be a man advantage as long as Minipod will get down there in time.
Death Griffin, like you said, is across the map, so let's see how this ends up playing out. Do they rush this down? Do they play aggressively for this dragon?
Death Griffin is opting to push out this mid lane. Or Minipod, excuse me. Team Exhibition does relinquish positioning in the river. They're able to just reclaim it. No problem.
But the question right now is Minipod going to go for this tower rather than help his team out? And it looks like he will, but it doesn't look like he'll be able to.
Death Griffin was forced to flash over the dragon wall. He was caught out. So will not be ready for this fight. Hook barely misses onto Wish Blades.
Interesting that Minipod decided to start heading back towards top lane.
Saddam is on the dragon. He started the dragon.
I guess they're just relinquishing this team fight. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to get anything out of this. Oh, wow. Saddam just about to pop off with this team fight.
Oh, Saddam is by just 2 shots Danguchi right here. But he does have flash over.
God. They're just like rolling through here.
Chromax Drag is alive and very healthy. But they did secure the third dragon, regardless of what happens next.
He's picking up Minipod on the side. Lucian opting, yes, it's right here. I would like to point out the fact that Amumu has a Spirit Visage into an all AD.
That is a very questionable choice.
I understand you lock it on the side of Thresh, but honestly, I think if you went with Zeke's instead, Jhin would have a bit more damage to work with.
Mark Cabello really making some moves coming back in this game here. So I would definitely say they are in control at this moment.
The question isn't so much if Martin Cabello is making the plays to come back, or rather, Team Exhibition is making the mistakes to allow it.
Cabello is trying to take down this Baron right here, and it doesn't appear that Team Exhibition either A, notices, or B, thinks they can do anything about it.
Got a full channel of the calling onto the Baron too, which is help. And Death Griffin is nowhere to be found, but they're just gonna get that free.
The thing that worries me for Team Exhibition is that Saddam was so focused on that dragon in a fight down near the dragon pit and he was gone for over half that fight, and they still just was barely like an even trade in kills. So next time like a real 5v5 breaks out, it could be catastrophic.
In the extended fight, actually, they lost it because they won it, and it looked like they went even. But in reality, Team Exhibition lost 2 members without, and they went 2 for 2, and then picked up a 3rd one on the side. Because I think they only lost Yumi and then Tryndamere again, and then Tryndamere on the side. Conclusion survived that.
Trying to catch out Minipod here. Oh, nice charm there from his lockdown Minipod. Looks like he will flash over the wall. Curtain call coming out from Bengucci. He's trying to snipe out. Oh!
Reese
barely gets out.
He's blowing the Ari ult in an attempt to wall and gets it.
Some action coming up here. The rest of the team. Blue side jungle.
Wukong going down to Chromax.
Chromax is getting a really good fight here. Oh, we have 4 members down on the side of Martin Cabello. Trying to make it 5, chasing down Saddam here. This is the grab.
I'm sure Saddam is really feeling the lack of Raptors cloak right now.
Lack of what?
A Raptors cloak. You remember the item that gives movement speed towards towers or around towers?
I thought Omreka did that.
Homewrecker built out of Raptors cloak, yes.
Oh, well, there you go.
so did Rock Portal.
True.
2 items that they removed from the game.
So that was a clean ace there on the side of Team Exhibition. Striking right back. See, the key to them is really just making sure Chroma Jax just can have a really effective team fight and get on top of Lucian and take out some targets quick.
It seems as though a lot of the damage is coming from Misfits Lucian when Troll is attached to that Lucian.
We see Yumi on Minipod Tryndamere up here in this top lane, staying true to the split push strategy, trying to apply that pressure. Although their 4th dragon is spawning in here in 30 seconds.
No major objective besides this dragon coming up, so Minipod Tryndamere splitting up here is definitely the move. Gets the top tower and will not. I don't think he has the damage to actually kill this dragon. I mean, to kill this Darsh. Oh, he does. Jesus Christ.
A lot of members coming to help out, though.
Ooh, not expecting that Jin crit for 500.
Although that should be the free dragon here for Martin Cabello and the Dragon Soul. Although they will be a little bit big time, actually.
Chromax in the range to touch Misfits Lucian and
oh my
managed
god!
to steal it actually.
Steals with the bandage toss to protect the soul.
And it doesn't look like Saddam is going to be able to pick up anybody here. It's a clean ace on the side of Team Exhibition.
That is really the epitome of what Martin Cabello needed to not happen right there. Lost the Dragon Soul and aced for virtually nothing. At least if they got the Dragon Soul.
That fight could have been played a number of different ways. If Lucian steps up into the pit, doesn't get ulted by Mordecai, but if Tryndamere is able to pop his ultimate in top lane and hold more attention for literally, even if it was just the 5 seconds of his ultimate, all of that changes the flow of that fight. Even standing in front of a Mumu to make sure he doesn't get into bandage toss, to get the bandage toss onto the dragon. Like, that fight could have went a number of different ways in the favor of Martin Cabello, but it just did not.
Up here we did have a mistake on the stream listed as Fancy side, but it is in fact Martin Cabello Fanclub. We got that fixed. Sorry about that. This game really has been back and forth. It seems like Juan Cabello have a huge play and then just come right back with the team exhibition here.
Saddam is going to try to chase down this Ari. Doesn't look like he'll be able to. And he's also pretty behind on his stacks now. Remember I said earlier that you wanted to be about the 400 stack marker by 20 minutes, but now we're reaching the 30-minute mark and he's only 100 ahead of that. Because the gauge is about 200 stacks every 10 minutes. And like, it's easier to do that later into the game with the cooldown reduction and everything else, but it seems as though Nasus is not doing as much of a job as he wants to, probably. But he might be able to... Here. Nope, he got hit by the charm. If he didn't get hit by the charm, I feel like he definitely could have been able to take out a top inhibitor. But that doesn't mean that the split push game is over. Tryndamere is bot lane, and it seems like he was able to take out Death Griffin.
Death Griffin. So Baron has respawned, excuse me, and Markville will have a second chance to get their Dragon Soul in 2 minutes. I'm not sure how much they're going to be able to do here with Saddam down. Try to get some vision control, some deep wards in there. Oh, neither team has any control, any vision around this Baron. At all. Saddam has spawned back in. It looks like they are beelining for that Baron pit. Trying to get some vision control in that area. Control the river. Team Exhibition thinking the same. Only Scuttle has been taken.
Some aggressive movements going on from Team Exhibition, trying to push Martin Cabello out of their bot side, out of their top side jungle. Minipod is looking to split the bot lane and force them away from the Baron, which actually might work in Team Exhibition's favor because the Dragon is spawning in the next minute. But it looks like Team Exhibition just wants to take on that Baron. It doesn't look like there's anybody who's close enough to really contest it.
They are doing it very quickly, and teleport is coming in. It looks like Minipod will also be able to get this inhibitor taken. I don't know if Cabello wants to fight this or not.
Being chased down, the obliterate doesn't connect. Death Griffin is looking for the bandage toss, doesn't land. Wukong ultimate is placed and is not close enough to do any damage here.
2 members from Team Exhibition have back, so Marshall could look to fight this.
They are looking to fight it because all of the other members of Martin Cabello take down Death Griffin and Chromax.
That would be a miscommunication. Team Exhibition there.
So although Team Exhibition did pick up the Baron, they lost their bot inhibitor and gave over Death Griffin and Chromax to Martin Cabello.
On top of that, they will finally get that elusive Dragon Soul.
Overall, I think that was a huge win for Martin Cabello.
I agree. And we look to see them now probably pressure this topside inhibitor. Oh, the Baron buffs will still be lasting on many members of Team Exhibition for a little while here.
The builds of Team Exhibition are really starting to make me question on a lot of things.
What else you seeing?
Although I mentioned at the very beginning of the game, and for those tuning just in, Martin Cabello is a full AD team, and there's not a shred of armor besides the Ninja Tabby on the side of Team Exhibition. Even Ari is not building a Zion swing. Although the Knight's Vow is built on Thresh, and Thresh has a lot of armor, Thresh is the only one tanky enough to stand in front of them and not explode. Everybody else on the team that are considered tanks, aka the Amumu and the Mordekaiser, are just health.
So if you look, Team Exhibition is trying to push down mid lane, but iManipod is being a nuisance in these side lanes, continuing to draw pressure. doing his job perfectly. Although he may be
with now
getting
267 CS and finishing both items, and has hit his huge power spike with a 40%. He did not opt for the Ionian boost for the extra CDR.
You watch out, mid lane Misfits might be getting caught out. Managed to dodge some. Wukong engaging down.
Chromax Death Grasp actually knocking up 2 people. Witchblade looks like he's gonna go down here. The Curse of the Sad Mummy goes up. Barely getting out. Tryndamere rocking through the Chromax Jax's Mordekaiser and just running it down now. But it doesn't matter because sudden Saddam just ran down Bengushi and is now looking for the second Nexus Tower.
Yeah. This is really not looking good here for Team Exhibition. Although it looks like Saddam will end up falling. Maybe?
Maybe.
He is trying to lifesteal off these minions as much as he can, but I don't know if the...
Wasn't enough because Ares Morello says no healing today. Oh, goodbye, Reese.
Looking like
Jeez, that attack speed.
will finish off this game here. His death time is pretty long, although, yeah, not much Bengucci can do there. Mark Cabello does finish this one out.
Mark Cabello actually managing to take back the win after that really bleak-looking start to the game.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was like 0 to 12 at the beginning. So it just goes to show
The kills don't really mean
don't
anything.
FF15 kills.
Don't FF15.
It's one thing to take away from this, guys. That was a pretty massive comeback.
Although it was Team Exhibition's game to lose.
And that is a very good point. I think Team Exhibition did make a lot of sloppy mistakes in the game, which allowed Mark Cabello to come back. But it's important to remember that can't happen.
A lot of like positional mistakes. I think it was mostly just positional mistakes. But the even bigger problem was the fact that there was just not a shred of armor into a full AD comp. The only armor that was that came across on Team Exhibition was originally the Ninja Tabby on Mordekaiser and the Ninja Tabby on Death Griffin's Amumu, who was building tank. Like he built an entire Spirit Visage into a full AD team, which was very questionable to begin with. But then you also have Thresh, who didn't build a Zeeks for his. You have Moon, who didn't build a Zeeks for Bengushi, which is a huge amount of power just taken away just from not building that item. And although the Locket and the Knight's Vow are nice to have, they're not, and they're good to like sustain a team fight through. But I still think that the lack of damage coming from, although Jin don't get me wrong, Bengushi did have a lot of damage. It just wasn't enough to carry the team fight.
Yeah, definitely a few questionable build decisions, but in the end, it will be Martin Cabello taking this win in this exhibition match. And we have one more game of the day, and that will be Iron Dragon versus Threat Level Midnight. I'll be back in a few minutes.